Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. And this is the first season matchup for him against this Utah team.
Last year, they battled to a stalemate, winning one game apiece.
Yeah, even when it comes to matchups where it looks like one side should be the clear favorite, those brief two-game series often end 1-1.
The kick out to Brunson. Well, Brent, tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist. And the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
Now here's Anthony. Kessler a screen. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, Melo undoubtedly still the leader of this team in terms of when they need to calm it down and they need some offense. He's the guy they're going to look to score it.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Tom Thibodeau, and I took the time to ask him about his strategy for Lauri Markkanen, and he said we know he's going to hit big shots and be physical on the floor, but we're going to make him work for everything tonight. I hope we can test every shot that he takes. Hope and hard work. Can't ask for more than that, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And that one's good. Markkanen.
And right now, Markkanen just daring the defense to come all the way out there to him.
Brunson taking his time here. Hart from long range. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler with it. Clarkson outside. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
And look at Cat showing off the handle.
From the high post, Anthony with a bucket.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Towns outside. Back to Brunson. Throws it up high. Stolen by Kessler. Outside Sexton. On the take. Markkanen outside. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Hart. And there's another one for the Jazz.
And the team wants Markkanen to take those kind of shots because he is capable of knocking them down.
And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Now here's Sexton. Inside. Uses the glass on the layup.
Closer Sexton gets to the basket, the more dangerous he can become, and the defense has got to recognize that.
Minute 2:32 left to play in the first. And here's Brunson. No made baskets yet. Rebound, Utah. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Anthony. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. The Jazz making a switch here. 1:04 left in the first. Here's McBride. And he's going for the lob. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
On offense, here's Utah. Big run right now for him. 11-2. Down low. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Knicks trail by 7. Now here's McBride. Pass to Bridges. Fires for 3. On target from range.
Bridges finding his spot, and his team finds him with the ball. Good mechanics there, too.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. To the inside. Achua with a steal. Bridges on the attack.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Electric. Bridges getting the fans on their feet with that dunk.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. There's 14 seconds left in the opening quarter. And there's the foul. It'll go on Miles McBride. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
8 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And there's the rejection. Up in time. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Jazz up 1. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And from what we've seen from the Jazz, what's your take so far?
Well, you have to look at the advantage they have in the turnover department. I mean, that's a huge advantage for them in this game.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable. Just crippling defense.
So they take the lead. Hart's gotten his second bucket on the night. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
Well, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like they're hungry to get out, they're hungry to run, and they're not passing up any chances to leak out and score.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, John Collins is fitting nicely on the Jazz, and Coach Will Hardy said he's given us a huge lift on the offensive end. He's a tough cover, the way he's able to mix up popping and rolling. The defense can't prepare for just one thing. It makes him a dynamic threat.
Able to score on multiple levels, Allie. Thank you.
A lot of people like Mitchell Robinson because he does what he's told to do, and that is stay in the lane. It's where he does a lot of damage, both defensively and offensively.
Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. Trailing by 2. Well, when this one's done, they'll be off to Miami, taking on the Heat. It's the second game of 3 on the road. Count the basket.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
Brunson up top. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Towns. There's the 3. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
A fantastic three-point shooter. You got to guard Towns from the corners especially.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Nice job to go at the rack and force the foul.
Brent, there's some players who never stop talking trash on the court. Was that distracting to you?
Not really, B.A. That's kind of the fun part of the game when somebody's trying to get under your skin a little bit. If it's not just playing defense and it comes with a little chit-chat, it sometimes draws your attention and makes you focus a little bit more.
Anthony outside. There's a whistle. That goes on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
The Knicks with the lead. Now Brunson.
Number 24.
Over Sexton. Brunson with the bucket.
That's a tough distance to master, but Brunson making that mid-ranger look good.
18, 14.
Sexton with it. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Sexton's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Now all the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A. And unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
Here's Towns. Kessler with a rebound.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
And the three-pointer goes.
Just loves it. Loves to play like a guard and shoot it from the perimeter. Markkanen's bread and butter.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Outside Achua. Towns outside. Launches a three. Utah grabs the miss.
He's been off this whole period. Unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Anthony misses.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship, Grant.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they had the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
Up top, McBride. He's scoreless. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yes, strong flush from Towns. I like whenever he plays with an edge inside.
Anthony misses.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense. Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
He's 0 for 2 at the line in this one. And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard. They play defense first. They play a ton of minutes. But this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
24 seconds left in the first half. Here's Sexton. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Bridges misses. For 3, Anthony. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Utah ahead, up 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Out to the wing. Back to Sexton. Pass to Jackson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Jazz lead by 4.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Towns for 3. Anthony grabs the board. Jazz leading by 4. From about 19. And Anunoby pulls it down.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Pass to Hendricks. 5 to shoot. Puts one up from 19. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Anthony's got 9.
And Melo operating in the mid-range, he does such a great job of finding open areas out there where he knows he can dominate.
Towns for 3. No luck on that one.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Knicks trail by 4. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said his team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you. And here's Sexton. He's got 6. And stolen by Bridges. And now the Knicks on the break. Ooh, poked away. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Kessler a screen from 13. And he gets that one. He's got 11.
Defenses nowadays try to protect the rim and the three-point line, so their mid-range is usually available.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to review the game plan. Both teams will make substitutions. Knicks trail by 4. Here's Brunson. Brunson inside with the finish.
Oh, wow. Brunson just getting sideswiped there and some strength to get through it.
With Brunson being undersized, he has such a great feel for how to create space for him.
Incredible footwork, BA, the way he puts the needle on the record and just scratches it and pivots around and makes defenders jump and move. Amazing manipulation skills at the point guard position for a guy his size to get it done in the painted area.
Now here's Brunson. That one doesn't drop. Excellent D there from Collins. Pass to Markkanen. Back to Clarkson. Up top, Collins. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Just has a nose for the dunks. Collins up there once again.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. And it's Brunson again missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
To the paint. Here's Collins. And Collins with the slam.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Now Brunson. And he lobs it up top. And a big finish by Robinson.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Clarkson outside. To the middle. Collins. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Sometimes you just don't have somebody on your roster to match up with the type of player that John Collins is.
And both free throws good for Collins. Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Robinson can't hit. Utah leading by 9. Markkanen outside. Puts up a 3. So confident from range. Markkanen.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And here at the end of the 3rd, it's a double-digit ball game. Utah ahead.
The Jazz, 42.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Knicks trail by 12. McBride with it. Pass to Towns. From 18 feet away. The shot that time not on target.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Jazz?
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff, and you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
For 3, Bridges. It's rebounded by Hendricks. Jazz leading by 13. It's Anthony on the take. And it's New York with a rebound. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Towns for 3. Fires in the triple.
Oh, the big man is smooth from range. Have to put a man on Towns, that's for sure.
Jazz lead, 43.
Anthony feeling it out a bit. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
3-point goal.
And the Jazz lead by 13.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the 1st quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the 2nd and making them pay.
And here's McBride. Towns outside. Lets it go. Tries again. Here's Robinson. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Robinson here seeking out some offense, including using the shot fake to attract contact.
Robinson's defense is always a factor, Brent. And lately, he's done a better job of staying on the floor.
Yeah, BA, fouls have been an issue for Robinson, but the thing that he really needs to learn is it's not about blocking shots. It's about being in great position with your body and being more of a deterrent so he can stay on the floor to be more impactful.
Down to 5 on the shot clock.
That is what I'm talking about.
Wow.
What a dunker this guy is. Collins capable of bringing this crowd out of their seats.
Here's Brunson. Launches it. New York again can't hit. Jazz leading by 15. Anthony left side. Shoots over Anunoby. Offensive rebound. Counted.
Excellent focus from Anunoby. Wasn't going to let that bump get to his head.
Inside. And Anthony slams it in.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Tom Thibodeau coaching his team during that last break. He said to them, you guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for the Jazz. A minute 50 left to play in the fourth. Kessler, no good. Knicks trail by 13. Towns, right side. From outside the arc. Kessler with a rebound.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Here's Markkanen, plenty of space. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Markkanen's got 9 points here in the second half.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Jazz.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Grant. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
And B.A., can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Lauri Markkanen.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Jazz lead 54-43.
Now here's Sexton. Markkanen outside for three. The rebound by Bridges. And a comeback here looking very unlikely.
Absolutely everything would have to go their way at this point.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Now it's Hart. So we see the Jazz taking the W here. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.